Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to my channel. My name is Ashley and today I'll be recommending 5 action movies I think you should check out. The first movie I will be recommending is called Greenland. So Greenland basically is a movie about a family on this journey to save themselves from a comet that's coming from outer space and that will destroy Earth. So the family consists of John, who is the dad, Allison, who's the mom, and the son Nathan. However, John and his wife, they're estranged. Like, I don't even think they live together, if I remember right. So basically there's like this countdown as to how long this planet killing comet will take until it touches down and basically destroys the Earth. John, who is the dad, races out to go get his wife and kid, estranged wife, whatever, and his kid, and do everything he can to save them. And when I say save them, the goal is to get to Greenland, because Greenland has this sanctuary that will be able to protect them from the effects of the comet touching down on Earth. Gosh. Through the family struggle of survival, they see like the best and the worst in humanity. Like, they see people helping out people they never know, and then they see people run people over because they're trying to get saved. Because there's like this plane that's gonna be able to take. It's like a private plane. Not everyone knows about it. It's like the secret plane that will be taking people to Greenland, and like that's the final way to get out if you haven't gotten out already. Like, that's the last chance. So everyone is fighting to find a way to get to this plane. And John, and his family, they're trying to be nice at the same time while surviving. But in order to do that, they need help from others. And when there's a mass disaster or something like that, people don't always... people's true colors are shown. That's all I gotta say. And I don't want to make it seem like it's an easy journey, even though it sounds a little like while they're trying to get on the plane to go to Greenland, there's literally comets, like not the big comet that's gonna kill everyone, but it's like little comets or chunks that are breaking off from the bigger comet, and they are coming down and crashing the Earth, and they're coming down on fire, obviously, because when something comes from the atmosphere, and like killing people left and right, and he's trying to really survive. I'm not gonna tell you if they do or if they don't make it to Greenland, or if they survive if they didn't, or if they didn't survive if they did. Wait, what? Yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna say if they do or they don't make it to Greenland. I'm just gonna say that I do feel like this was a really good movie. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'll probably give it like... I don't even know. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'll probably give it like a 7.5 to an 8. I know I just said it's a really good movie, and you're like, why are you giving it a 7.5? It's just that, I don't know. I don't want the 7.5 to make it seem like it's not as good as I said. It's good. But I just feel like I've seen better action movies. But with that being said, the movie is still good. Like, it's still interesting, and there's some comical elements in it. Well, probably not comical to everyone, but like, I feel like there's some comical elements in there that doesn't make the movie so damn serious. The second movie I'm going to recommend is called ARQ. ARQ. ARQ is a movie about a guy named Renton, who is an engineer and who is kidnapped at his house with this girl named Hannah. Him and Hannah are held hostage in a basement of some sort. And basically, Renton has these codes that the kidnappers want in order to take over have control of this very, very impressive high-tech technological this high-tech technology. Oh my gosh, that was embarrassing. However, things are not as simple and clean-cut as it seems. The technology has the power to re-loop time. Not give people more time, but like the same amount of time over and over, if that makes sense. So basically, if I lived from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., I'd relive that time again. In the beginning of the movie, every time they wake up, they don't remember. But slowly and surely, Renton starts to remember. And then Hannah, and then stuff continues to develop, and I'm not gonna say anything else. So basically, as they start to remember, their goal is to break this time loop of them reliving the same day, all while trying to stay alive, because the only time when the time reloops is when they die. So basically, the kidnappers kill them, or they probably, like, I don't know, slipped on something or whatever, and they break their neck, type of stuff. So they're trying to end the loop while trying to survive. I'm never gonna lie, when the movie ended, I was like, I don't know, like, the ending, I'm not trying to say that the ending was bad, but I just wish the ending was different, if that makes sense. However, it was still a very good movie, and I would actually I would watch it again. On a scale of 1 to 10, I probably give this movie, I feel like an 8.5. It was good. It was really good. I'm not even gonna lie. Do I think it was better than Greenland? Possibly. I feel like it was just different. I don't know. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Never mind. I'm not gonna say. The third movie I'm gonna recommend is called Unstoppable. First of all, before I even get started about this movie, Unstoppable is based off true events, which is very much scary, because what the movie is about, it's like it could have had severe consequences. So basically, Unstoppable is a movie about an out of control train that is carrying lots and lots and lots of chemicals that, so like literally, like the train is just not working. Like, and since the train is unable to stop, that means, hello, at some point the train is going to crash, regardless if it's on the railroad or running out of tracks or into a car who thought they probably was gonna make it past the railroad. You never know. On the train, there's this young conductor, his name is Will, and then off the train there's this engineer, and his name is Frank. So Will, being novice to this type of work condition, or whatever you want to call it, he's not really sure what to do. He's panicking. He got a life outside of being a conductor. He want to get home. It's up to Frank and Will to come up with a plan to not only stop the train from crashing or whatever, so that the chemicals doesn't kill anyone in the proximity, but also to save Will's life. Because let's be honest, we're gonna try to get our dog out of there. So throughout the movie, they have numerous problems. The train ain't working. Obviously the train isn't working, but like, when you how like there's like backup procedures you're supposed to do and stuff like that. The train is not having it. The train is like, I'm gonna run this mother to the ground. And also there's other people who like come up with the idea of derailing the train when it's in like this empty farmland area, but like they don't want, Frank doesn't want to do that, because it's like, hello, so we're just gonna kill Will, who's on the train, like, so it's like people's thinking, like, so there's also problems of the greater good. Do we sacrifice one to save many? Or because like it's really getting to the point where they are like struggling to find a way to save Will without killing numerous amount of people, because if the chemicals spill, they're dead. I'm not gonna say how the movie, like, I'm not gonna say if Will survives or if he doesn't, or they end up stopping the train or they don't. I'm just saying, like, this movie had me on the edge of my seat, because like these people, I understand when you're put in that like predicament, it's like it's not an easy decision, and you want to save as many people as possible, but it's like at the same time, like, you have to do that. Like, you don't, I don't know. What decision would I have made if I was in that predicament? I don't know. But I will say this, the movie is very, very good. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'll probably give it an 8. The action was good. The thought process, I feel like there's a side for anyone to argue is right, and there's a side for everyone to argue that is wrong. All while feeling like the other side is also right and the other side is also wrong, if that makes sense. The fourth movie I'm going to recommend is called Rampage. Rampage is a movie about a primatologist named Davis, who has this really strong father-son type of bond with an albino gorilla named George. Now, gonna say this: George is highly inappropriate throughout the entire movie. Like he's not good. He's out. My thing need help. He's sick. So there's this company, I forgot what it's called, but they do like genetic testing, stuff like CRISPR type of thing, right? And for some reason, I don't even remember how, but like they had like this genetic modification thing, and it got loose, but it got loose in like 3 different parts of the world. So it got loose in the zoo where George is staying. It got loose in the water. It got loose in like the jungle, not the jungle, the forest. And so basically what this genetic testing experiment or whatever does is that it sprays you with the chemicals, and then the chemicals basically modifies your DNA and alters you and causes the animals to undergo severe DNA modification, which basically makes them grow like 10 times bigger than they need to be. And and it gives them the DNA modifications as to the animals that were in, like the DNA of the animals that were in the like spray thing. I don't really remember what they were. I think one of them was like the strength of a something ant and like the something of a shark. I don't know. It was just a lot of very strong and very unnecessary and very angry animals with their like strength and all of that mixed into like this spray chemical. And yeah, so the animals that were affected by this chemical was obviously the albino gorilla George. It was this wolf, and it was like, I don't even know what the hell that was. It was like some water alligator thing with like fins coming out of it. I don't know what it was, but it was dangerous. And it had like that tail that, if I could find a picture, I could just put it on the screen. I don't know what the animal is called. It's probably like just an alligator. Freaking great. It's not. It's something else. So basically, news get out that, well, at first we thought it was only George, and then as more and more destruction develops, we realize that it's more than one animal. So the company who made the chemicals come up with this plan. They have like this supersonic thing like that sends out like this noise that only the animals can hear, and they're trying to bring the animals towards them in order to like, when people just don't think properly, so they think like they could be able to control things or they could do this. Yeah, that's what they are. So basically they send out this supersonic ray sound, whatever, and basically the animals will do any and everything they can to get to the tower that's letting off the sound and destroy the tower. So the plan is to, which was dumb because like, hello, do you not know how big these animals are? But whatever. So they come up with this idea and they set it off. And like, when I tell you these animals, destruction is not even the word. Like they, like, it's stuff like your insurance can't even cover because they don't even have enough money to cover it. Like, it's very much sad. So like throughout the movie we see Davis, who is basically the one who raised George, the albino gorilla, from when he was young. We see Davis still, like, he don't care how big George get or how aggressive he may seem or how this or how that. He still knows that George is in there. So throughout the movie he's constantly fighting with George's, like, I guess humanity, but he's a gorilla. I'm pretty sure the word still works the same. George's humanity and like the alteration of his DNA, because for some reason, like, I forgot what animal it was, but the DNA like modification made him more angry, like more susceptible to anger, more susceptible to just doing whatever the hell he want to do. So yeah, so we see him go back and forth with trying to get George to realize, hey George, like, you're still George even though you're like 100 times bigger than you were before and stuff like that. And eventually we see George battle within himself of like the effects of the modification and trying to still be George. And so yeah, I'm not gonna say how the movie ends. If the animals end up destroying the world or if they don't, I'm not gonna say anything. Does George live? Does he die? Who knows? Does David live? Does he die? Who freaking knows? I'm just gonna say that this movie is actually very, very good. It was good. It was like funny and dramatic. It was like, and even though the drama was happening, it was still funny. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'll probably give this movie an 8. I don't know. I'll probably give it an 8. It was really good. Would I watch it again? I have actually. I've watched it numerous times. And I feel like it was funny every time I watched it. And it was obviously, it's not as dramatic because hello, you know what's going on, but I do feel like it was still very much funny. The final movie I'm going to recommend is King Arthur, Legend of the Sword. So this movie is basically just another rendition of the Legend of King Arthur. It stars Charlie Hunnam, who is scrumptious. So the movie basically starts off with this whole big battle between King Arthur's dad and his uncle. So the dad and his brother. And there's like these giant elephants and stuff like that. They're going the whole town, like they going hard, killing like the people of the town, killing the kingdom and all of that. So when they realized that the battle was basically lost, King Arthur's dad, I forgot his name, decides to basically like get Arthur and his wife to safety. Actually, let me go back some. So the reason why King Arthur's uncle is like destroying the kingdom and stuff like that is because he wants more power so that he can get the crown. But so, and it's like crazy stuff like he made like this deal with like, you know, some devilish type of thing, and like the deal is like really he had to basically like sacrifice everything he loves just for more power. So it's like he gotta kill his wife, or like kill someone close to him, or like kill this or kill that, or like destroy the kingdom, or like kill your brother, like stuff like that type of sacrifice. Now let me jump back forward. So when King Arthur's dad realizes that basically like, oof, the battle was lost, he has a plan to have this like, he has like this little boat, and he plans on him, Arthur, and his wife to escape and stuff like that. However, things go awry, and basically King Arthur is sent down the river like Moses in this boat, and he is found and he is raised. However, he is raised in the trenches, basically robbed of the life that he would have had of him living in the kingdom and raising up and being a king and stuff like that. But like the uncle basically has word that there's some, like the kid lived and stuff like that. So basically now the uncle's like bringing every firstborn, or not every firstborn, every boy period in like the villages and the surrounding villages, and coming here trying to get them to pull out the sword in order to see if they are who they say they are. Obviously Arthur, not knowing who his mom and dad is, he just thinks that he's just some kid who grew up poor, struggling and stuff like that. But he has some good ass friends. He has like wonderful friends, and you know, they're loyal and stuff like that. So he thinks like that's his life. He doesn't think that he's some king, or he was a prince, or he was made to be in charge of this, that, and whatever. So obviously he comes over, pulls the sword, as we all know the story of King Arthur. And then, however, even though he pulls the sword, he's still in disbelief, but he has to go on the run because obviously, like I said earlier, the king's brother is sick in the head, and now he's like, okay, now we gotta kill him so that I can be on the throne forever, this, that, whatever. So throughout the movie, we see him like trying to grasp him being King Arthur, and him learning to control the sword, because the sword, I know they always say like the sword has great power, but no, like in this movie, the sword, like, it's different. The sword, I don't know what, but he be moving different. Like, I've seen numerous King Arthur movies, and I know they're like, oh, when he has a sword, he's gonna be like this great swordman and different. I don't know, but this movie, that sword, it did more than just make him a good swordman. Like, he was always good, but I don't know. And then on top of that, we see like, so the king, him like trying to learn the way of the sword is hard, because also like he's on the run because the king wants to kill him, and so he's like constantly battling. And we see like how it affects him, how it affects his friends, how it affects his family. And when I say family, I don't mean like blood relations, because family is stronger than blood. I mean like just like families he made throughout the years and stuff like that, of him growing up in the town, village, whatever the hell they call it, that he grew up in. So even though it takes like 10,000 years, Arthur finally embraces that he is King Arthur, and then he's able to actually manage to control the sword and not have the sword controls him. But he also, in order for him to do that, he goes on like this self-discovery type of journey type of thing to figure out who he is, and come back and get his revenge for, one, killing his father, two, killing his mother, And 3, stealing his life. The hell? I'm mad. This movie is actually really good. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll probably give it an 8, 8.5. And the music, like, I know sometimes people don't really listen to like the music, but I feel like if you can appreciate music, I think you can appreciate the music in this scene. I feel like the strings and then the instruments